Hello, this is Sheila with BlueWater Oracle, doing an oracle card reading today. It is Sunday, May 28th, and I am pleased to bring you a card reading. I don't often do a reading on a Sunday, but today it felt as though, as the week is going to be starting for everyone, that a time of reflection is really important, and to have some guidance as we go into this week also felt like it would be helpful for everyone. So thank you for joining me. So I have two of my decks out here today to do a card reading, and I felt like I would do an audio. The video didn't seem quite right, so I'm going to do an audio and then put it up for you. So sit back, relax, listen to it at a time and place that feels right for you. So the first deck that we're going to shuffle and choose a card is from the Soul Coaching deck, Oracle cards. And we're going to shuffle them. So what I'd like you to pay attention to is just your own self in this moment. Take this opportunity to breathe. Breathe into your body. Breathe into your space. Breathe into your spirit. And really let yourself receive messages from your own body, from yourself, as well as from the idea of divine guidance, of your highest self, of a spirit team that would help you. Whatever feels right and good to you, that's where I'd like you to invite in information and messages. So just picking the first card there. Continue to breathe. Continue to feel throughout your body. What is your system telling you? You may also want to take notes of things that come up, things that you're aware of, items or insights that could be useful to you, so that you can reflect on them later or find action steps. So I have the second card already picked, went quickly, and that's from the Gateway Oracle cards. Both of these decks are by Denise Lynn. So the first card I am going to flip over, and it is the Abundance card. And on this card, when you see the picture, you will see that it has a basket full of fruits and pretty little white flowers. And in my time zone, in my part of the world, we're still in springtime, moving into summer, but we're still springtime. And it's really getting to the phase of a lot of growth. So trees, all the leaves are coming out, the plants are growing, the grasses, the flowers, things are coming into full growth of springtime or early summer. In this image, while we're talking about abundance, when I started speaking to you today, I was asking you to breathe into your body. And as I look at this card and I look at the fruits in that basket, I am asking you to feel about your body, feel into your body, and listen to what messages your physical form is giving you. The phrase that's coming to mind is an overabundance. So I wonder if there are some people listening to this who are finding themselves with an overpresence of weight, perhaps abdominal fat that is more than they need at this time. And it's always from a point of view of, is it starting to affect your life in a way that is not appealing, that is not helpful? So it's never from a point of view of judgment or a point of view of I should weigh a certain amount. It is from, how is your physical body feeling? What is it expressing to you? And from this perspective, it's making me think a lot about the fruits and vegetables, the whole fruits and vegetables. And what do we need to do to bring more of those into our eating? While the basket is on fruits specifically, it is bringing me into mind the vegetables because they carry such nutrition with them. They also make us feel as though we've eaten very well without giving us massive quantities of energy. As I look also at this picture with the abundance, it is making me think of, and that's tied in with the sugar point of view from that we could get from fruit, but in this perspective, it's making me think of the sugar that we're getting from other places. So from sweets, from desserts, from candies, also from sweetened beverages. This is a time of year where people might go to iced teas, they might go to fruit juices or fruit cocktails or things that are very, very sweet. So this is an invitation to see that sometimes too much of a yummy thing is just too much. And we want to keep abundance in balance within us. And that includes our food and energy abundance and bringing in the types of sugars that are most helpful to our system, that are from natural sources, and natural meaning whole foods. So whole foods like fruits and vegetables in this particular card's meaning. There are other types of sugars that can be good as well, but here we're thinking specifically about the fruits and vegetables. So reflect for yourself. Do you feel as though you're getting enough? Could there be a place to make some change there? And then make those adjustments. From the other perspective of abundance, it is reminding you from the affirmation on this card that all of my needs are met above and beyond my greatest expectations. And here it is looking at not only gratitude, but also that sense of peacefulness. So these cute little flowers on it, being the white, they're reminding me of peace and peacefulness. So when you're looking at the abundance in your life, look and see, where do I fall into peace and where are things less peaceful? How can you bring back that sensation and that expression of peace within yourself, regardless of what's going on around you? What would be useful to you to help with that so that you can keep that perception and that feeling of peace within your body? This will help with weight management for anybody struggling with that, but it will also help with the goal of abundance in balance and abundance of great things coming into our lives and meeting all of our needs. Take a breath. Let that soak in a little bit. Make some notes if you need to. Even if you don't have a piece of paper, you might have a smartphone or a cell phone. There's a little note taking place. Jot down some notes so you can remind yourself of what came up for you initially as you heard this. Our second card here today is the Flying Free card. And this card is one of the fun cards on this deck in the sense that it's a little bit magical in how it's portrayed. So it is a big white, it looks like a dove to me, with a woman flying on its back, with holding it in a dress with a cape on, and she's holding around the neck of this bird as they fly over a beach scene with water, with mountains and clouds in the distance and other birds flying. It may also be a seagull, but it's definitely a white bird. The affirmation on this card is, I unfurl my wings and fly. So when you think about flying free, when you think about freedom and taking flight in a good way in your life, what comes up for you? We had peace in the first card as something to strive for in the balance of abundance. And here we have freedom and taking flight, but make sure that you're not flying to escape something. You want to be flying and taking flight because it brings you that sense of peace. It brings you that sense of freedom. So much like abundance, what does freedom mean to you when you think about being free? What does it bring up for you? What does it represent? Is it something to achieve in your life? Is it something to help in others' lives? There's somebody listening who has a calling. Oh, it feels very strong. So if this resonates with you, please pay attention to it. I don't know who you are, but there's somebody who feels as though they have a really high calling to be helping in freedom aspects around the world. So perhaps looking into an organization where they strive towards bringing freedom to those who are persecuted or are in challenging situations. This is not a light-hearted call of purpose. This is something that is very deep, very profound, and feels super important to this person. And so if you're listening, or if you know somebody who's just been chatting about this recently, maybe get them to listen to this or bring it up to them again and let them reflect on it, let them research it a little bit. You don't have to jump into it, but definitely pay attention to what that calling is, because it's even coming through in a general reading like this. So I wish that person an opportunity to pay attention to their calling, because that freedom that they are going to be working within and bringing to others, there's a vital role for that. There's something very important that will come through that mission and that task. For everyone else who that doesn't resonate with, it's looking at what makes you feel free. So part of this could also be, where do you not feel free? A little bit like the peace. Where do we not feel peaceful? So where are you not feeling free? Look around your space. Stand in your life and reflect on it. It doesn't mean you make life changes immediately that are huge and drastic and challenging, but it means that you could at least be aware. Be aware of what is not bringing in that peace and that freedom, so that you can start to work on it, to bring in that air and that flow that one would get when you're flying. If you can imagine breathing in the air as you're flying high above like a bird does, looking at the vision, looking at the view ahead, and feeling the air as you become one with the air, flowing and flapping and gliding to your destination. Or perhaps you're just doing it to enjoy the feeling and to enjoy the view. So here there's an aspect of flow that wants to come in freedom. It's making me think of flow around your personal space. Is there clutter? Are there things that are not feeling like they're in a great place to help your energy? Unfurl your wings and fly. You're allowed to feel freedom. You're allowed to feel peace. But you're the one that sometimes has to bring in the changes so that the rest of your life can start to connect the dots to help you. But it needs you to start. So while you may not be able to fly and sit on the back of a beautiful big bird, you might be able to stand outside and feel the air. Or you might be able to stand in your space and move your body so you feel your movement with the air, and then see what feels like it needs to be shifted in the space that you're in. So abundance, peace, paying attention to our body, eating healthfully, flying free, making some changes, looking at freedom, looking at how it would feel to be in the flow of flight with air and the view. I wish you a glorious, beautiful day and a fabulous week as you take these messages forward with you. I am Sheila Bicknell, BlueWater Oracle, and this has been an Oracle card reading for you, bringing guidance and insight and support. It would be my honor and my pleasure to meet with you personally, or to have a personal Skype, telephone, or email reading to bring you individual personal information. Please contact me, BlueWaterOracle.com, bluewater100@gmail.com, and also on Facebook at BlueWater Oracle. Have a beautiful day. Again, the cards today were the Abundance card from the Soul Coaching Oracle cards by Denise Lynn, and the Flying Free card from the Gateway Oracle cards, also by Denise Lynn, and available through hayhouse.com. The music in the background, if you can hear it, is Spring Charm by Adrian Von Ziegler. You can find his music on YouTube and also on Bandcamp, I believe. Blessings for your day. Thank you for tuning in.